Morning. Saturday. Still got oil. You guys need to keep oil in your lamps. Spiritual oil in your vessel. Holy Spirit. Anyway, today we're going to talk about spirits a little bit. I'm not an alcoholic or a regular drinker of alcoholic beverages. I definitely don't drink beer. Never liked beer. But there are certain things I do like, right? Now, Jesus turned water into wine, so let's not start in about alcoholism and stuff. You know, that can be a problem with some people. You know, you got to be careful with that sort of thing. If you're prone to possibly becoming an alcoholic, you need to either stay away from alcohol altogether or be very moderate with it. You know, keep your self-control. So, anyway, I do like to have spiced wine with Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner, which I'm going to recommend one here. Actually, there's a tiny bit left in there, so I'll probably just go ahead and drink that real quick. But this particular wine here I'm recommending for special occasions and feasts, you know, like Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day, Christmas Eve. I do Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dinners. I also do 12 days of Christmas, which most people don't do that anymore. They think, oh, Christmas Day and that's it. No. It goes all the way to through the first week of January. That's why it was 12 days of Christmas, right? Anyway, this is Holiday Spiced Wine, original Old World recipe, Brotherhood Winery. Brotherhood Winery is America's oldest winery. They've been in constant operation since 1839. And the reason why that is because there was government prohibition for a while. And they had the loophole of supplying churches and stuff. Okay. So, yeah. But there is a little bit left in there. I think I'm going to crack this open. It smells delicious. If you don't like cloves, don't get it. Because there is a clove accent there. Alright? Now, this goes really good with roasted pheasant, turkey, ham, your spiral sliced, mapled honey ham, things like that. I know everybody's getting hungry right now, right? So this is the season. You know, this is the season. It's autumn, and we're also, of course, in the season for the rapture. So we're in the season to go to the big feast. But while we're here, we may as well go ahead and celebrate the season with, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas if we're still here, right? Now, this is an excellent, excellent wine for special, you know, cold weather month celebrations like Thanksgiving and Christmas. However, the rest of the year, or the rest of the cold weather season, autumn and winter, I have brought up before on on the channel, you know, going ahead and putting either some whiskey or some cognac or brandy in your hot chocolate. Okay, now I got this bottle. This is a very cool bottle. I got this bottle of Scotch whiskey. I got this for Christmas 2023. Okay, and this was full up until about a week ago. Then I thought, I'm gonna have a little bit of that. You know, I mean, time's getting short. May as well go ahead and try it out. Now this was made. And by McKinley's, okay, which is a Highland malt whiskey. McKinley's is the company that supplied the drink for the Shackleton's ship, the Endurance, for the expedition. So it says on here, it says what? I believe it is in our nature to explore to the what? To explore, to reach out into the unknown. Signed, Ernest Shackleton. That's actually in the bottle. Okay, so that is part of the glass. You know, when they made the actual bottle, it's in the glass, and it is a Shackleton up here. Okay. Now, I thought that this would be a bit better, to be honest with you. But I'll say that this is not good for me for just a straight drink. If I wanted to have a shot of this, okay, it has a very alcohol smell to it, you know, which kind of like sake or rubbing alcohol, you know, very a lot of fumes like that, you know, rather than subtlety, you know. Now, if you drink this straight, you will get that very hardcore burn, right? But if you put it in a little bit of cocoa, now I just put a tiny bit in there. I don't put like a whole dram of alcohol in my cocoa. You only just put a little bit in there. That's just flavor it. You know, you get this malted whiskey aftertaste. You know, or well, anyway, you try it if you're of age and you want to try it. You should try it. A lot of people have done that with whiskeys and cognacs and brandies with hot cocoa. Now, I'm a guy who likes to stir stuff. Stir up and down my cup and make sure it's all nice and mixed, right? So, my little napkin here. Anyway, so let's have a go, because I have not tried this with cocoa. I tried it with a soft drink and a couple of soft drinks, and I tried it straight. Straight was a no-go, and now I'm going to try it with cocoa. Hot cocoa definitely takes the heavy fumes or fume-like taste of the nose of alcohol away. It's hard for me to articulate this. Yeah. Yep. It's good in the hot cocoa. Most except for Jameson's of Ireland, I think that stuff is just no good. Maybe it's just that I had a cheap bottle at one time, but I didn't like it at all. Sorry to all my buddies over there in Ireland. I know I got a couple of friends over there, at least 3 or 4. Sorry, guys. Now, this is a special bottle right here. I inherited this bottle. This bottle is very old. I'm going to calculate the date here real quick. This bottle is roughly 67 years old. I'm thinking that they got it in about 1970. Okay. But this is Glenfiddich, okay. The Glenfiddich, Banffshire, Scotland. Now when they bottled this, it was 12 years old when they bottled it. It says 86 proof. Now, what was I going to say? It's got that triangle glass, to the bottle. Very cool bottle. Now, like I said, I inherited this and distilled and bottled in Scotland. The Glenfiddich. Oh yeah, what I was going to say is the Glenfiddich means the Valley of Deer. So when you look at Glenfiddich and you see a deer, okay, that's why. The Valley of Deer. So it's there, it's a space along the river there. So anyway, it's got Glenfiddich coat of arms up here. It's got a bunch of crowns on it. And it says stand fast. Alright. And then there is a crown. There is a royal seal here that's supposed to look like wax with a crown. Looks like a king's crown in it. Okay. Yeah. So, many times I have thought that this has got to be a really very smooth tasting whiskey. Glenfiddich, stand fast. It's got that coat of arms on the top there too. Yeah. Nice. That on the floor so it didn't accidentally fall. Can you imagine that? It's almost probably 67-year-old bottle of Glenfiddich. No idea what it would cost to go out and buy it, but I'm sure that I cannot afford it. So I have. It's probably very expensive. So I'm not even considered opening it just for the heck of it. No, you know, I was gonna open it if my brother moved up here. I was gonna open it in celebration if my brother moved back up here, but he is now out of the scene. So that will never happen. Very unfortunate. Alright, well, I'm pretty much out of time. All I could say, guys, is just be very responsible and things like this. Uh, don't ever let anything get away from you. You know, having wine with a nice dinner at a celebration is one thing, but drinking uh, stuff all day long, don't do that. Not good for you. Not good for your soul. Not good for your body. Not good for your mind. Not good for a lot of things. You have to be the master of your own house. Okay? Don't let something else be the master of your house. You be the master of your house. Okay? Alright. Nothing happened yesterday. Although it could have, because of the vehicle. I got that feeling, hey, you're supposed to stay here, not supposed to go anywhere. I mean, it was pretty strong. Pretty strong. I did some other stuff to the truck anyway while it's down. It won't be down long. I did some other stuff to it. I took out the center console and cleaned everything in there. I lubed up my gear shifter for my four-wheel drive system. Because it's never been lubed since the factory. It's not like everybody takes their center consoles apart, that often. It was very difficult, but I got it done. It's smooth as butter now. But anyway, I got the center console all apart and took out the boot for the four-wheel drive shifter. I I couldn't get my arm up between, where the transfer case and all that other stuff is from below to do what I wanted to do from the bottom, so I got a rubber, PVC plastic bendable tube, okay, and then I just pumped the lube where I wanted it through the opening in the console there. So when you take the boot and all that stuff off, you have, you're open directly to the transmission transfer case area there. So, anyway, I pumped the lube where I needed it, bolted everything back up, yeah, got it all bolted back up. And I left the console section out because I'm going to test it again today real quick. Shifting and stuff, make sure everything's shifting still like butter, and then I'll proceed to put it all back together. But anyway, I took the console part that's in the center that all comes out as one piece, and I cleaned it really good because you got 20 years of french fries and whatnot, right? That sort of gunk. And anyway, I use this product called Mud Slinger, I think it's called. It's Amsoil product. Cleans stuff up and smells good. You can put it on your tires. You can put it on the front of your car to keep bugs from sticking there, and so forth. I think it's called Mudslinger though. Need to get some more, but I'm out. I'm about out. Really, I'm down to like almost nothing on a can. But yeah, so getting her all cleaned up, ready, and I gotta find a reputable service center to have it flatbedded over there and have them do the brake stuff. Yeah. Well, let's pray for the best. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check on world events. If I see anything that looks like it needs to be addressed, then I'll come back in another video and talk to you about it. If not, I will come back to you in another video when I can, because the big thing is getting the truck back on the road and safe. And you know, anyway, we got the 7th and 8th coming up, which are Julian calendar Feast of Trumpets. So, you know, we're still in that high watch condition. You know, I'm really kind of on watch every day. It doesn't matter what the dates are, but you know, I'm trying to make sure things are all buttoned up and good for when the rapture does happen. I'm going to make another video for family members, extended family members, if anybody's still here. You know, if I'm gone and they're here, it'll serve double duty. If I expire naturally or I get raptured. So, yeah. Alright guys, see you in another one. Have a good day.